I'm Shane Malach from imimpact.com, and this is a quick look at the EasyVideoSuite online application. So here we are. You log into this application and you can either have that hosted on their site, on their servers, or you can self-host it. In either case, the videos aren't streamed from there or your server. The videos are streamed from Amazon S3 or Amazon CloudFront. So you need an Amazon AWS account and you will be billed for the usage through Amazon. On the homepage here, you'll see some stats. There's nothing to see here because I've only just started using this, but you can look at stats for whole groups of videos or individual videos where you see how effective they are, how they keep the attention, how they engage viewers over time, how many views you get, and you can even track sales from your sales videos. Now, to show you some of the highlights of what you can do here, we want to go to Files. You can organize all your files in folders, and it's very simple to do. You can just drag and drop stuff into folders where you need it. And then you can go to the embed options to set this up to show a video on your site. Now here I could just embed the full size video, but I can go back here and I can either set up profiles where I have preset options for all this stuff and I'll just apply the entire profile to a video, or I can set it up individually. So that's what we're going to look at. The first thing I choose is the size. So let's go with 640 by 360. Then I can choose whether it should autoplay, auto buffer, pause when someone scrolls away or changes browser tabs. And I can also choose what kind of an image is shown as the splash image, as the first image in the video. Then I can choose the player skin, so I can choose what the actual player looks like. They have quite a few designs here, and I have to say the designs are pretty well chosen. There's nothing stupidly over the top or obnoxious. They're all fairly decent designs. I can also very simply set social sharing buttons to be shown on mouse over. I can also set a entrance, like an animation for the video to actually pop in to the screen, which some of them are a bit silly, but in some cases it's quite a nice effect to have the video fade in a little bit. I can very easily add a watermark and select the position, so you can just upload any image and it will automatically add that as a watermark on top of the video. That's also quite nice. And there are a few other options here, such as password protecting the video and stuff like that. The next step is to choose a frame, so you can have a frame around the video. Here, in my opinion, they are a bit much, these frames. There are no really simple frames. This is probably the simplest one. I think it would have been good to have just very simple, a few line pixel frames to choose from to put around the video. But sure, I mean, this kind of thing can also be nice. Why not? In the next step, we can add a bar here and put social media stuff inside. So I can put a Facebook button in here. And here at this point, let me praise the user interface, because EasyVideoSuite manages to cram a lot of options into a user interface that makes it so easy to use that you probably never have to watch an instruction video or read the manual. Because as you can see, basically I switch this to yes, that makes the options available. Then it's just drag and drop. Whenever I drop this, the options open up and the options are specific to the button I just added. My only small gripe with this here is that I'm not sure why we're looking at these custom buttons here. I think my feeling is that if we had the standard, the official Facebook like and share button and the official Twitter button with the tweet count, that might be more effective, because that's what people are used to. But I mean, that's a small complaint right there. So I can add my sharing buttons. I can add a download link for the video as well. I can also choose the color of this bar. I can also set a custom color, and you can essentially make it disappear on a white background if you want by choosing white. And okay, so you get the idea. Next step, I can place a shadow underneath the player. In this case, it looks a bit weird because I have this white bar, but as you can see, there are a variety of shadows to choose from. I'm going to go back to the bar and change the color there so it looks a bit better. So there we go. We can choose a shadow, and most of them are fairly subtle. Some of them are a bit much, but yeah, also nice to have that as a little feature. And then we go to the final step, where this is actually quite interesting. You can add a few interesting features to the video here. Again, a really good intuitive UI here. So there are two things you can add. You can add an event, and you can have the events either appear inside your video or below the video on the web page. And you can have various events, and you can have them appear at specific points in time. So I can set a time here, let's say after 10 seconds, I want the video to pause, and I want the event to appear at the bottom of the video or at the top of the video or to cover the entire video. So let's put that at the bottom. I can change the color, I can change how it appears, and then I can choose what it actually is. And here again, I can show sharing buttons. I can add a add to cart button if I want to sell something from the video, so I can actually have the button appear inside the video. And again, this is drag and drop, so I can have an add to cart button and some other stuff here if I want, like text with a call to action or social sharing buttons or whatever I want. And I can also just display text. I can customize this text to show anything I want. I can display custom HTML, which means I can drop an opt-in form in here, for example. And it's all really easy to use, and it's all drag and drop. Very, very well done. So that's how you create events. And the other thing you can do, if we go back here, and you can have multiple events, obviously they will show up in your timeline, and you can also add chapters. So let me just very quickly add a chapter here, save that as a chapter. It will show up in my timeline, and it will show up on the video. I'm going to add another one, save that as a chapter. So here we have 2 chapters now. So this will be visible inside your player. And to give you an idea of what the events look like, I'm actually going to display an event right now. So as you can see, we have this overlay now, and it will disappear in just a few seconds so that I can show you the next step, which is to get the embed code. Once we've set all this up, we get the embed code for the video. We get a preview of what the video looks like. Here I managed to break it, as you can see, with this white bit hanging out the bottom, but I'm sure this is something we can easily fix. And you get an embed code. The standard embed code is just a JavaScript that you drop on your page, very simple to use, and there are also some additional embed codes such as iframes, even objects or pop-up windows. You can add a domain restriction to the videos so they can only be watched on your own websites, and you can get a tracking code if you want to track conversions, sales conversions from a video as well. And that is my quick tour of the EasyVideoSuite. There is more to it. There are more options in here. There's more stuff you can do, but I think this is the most important thing. The things you saw here give you a good impression of this software. I think most importantly and most impressively, it's a really solid piece of software in terms of the user interface, in terms of giving you a ton of options and giving them to you in a very simple to use, easy to use and easy to understand package.